Hello, and welcome back for another baking adventure in the cookie jar. Today we're doing the 17th recipe from the Cinnamon Murder. It is called the cheese and green chili biscuit. Okay, so for this, you're going to put your oven to 425. You're going to want 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a cup of salted softened butter, and then it also says 1 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese, 1 can 4 ounces of diced green chilies drained and patted dry with a paper towel, 2 large eggs beaten, 1 cup sour cream, half a cup of whole milk, and half a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. So in total, you'd need 1.5 cups of cheese, shredded cheese. It doesn't look too complicated, but everything's laid out. Let's get started. Is all of the ingredients we're going to need. So the first thing it says is in a medium bowl, we're going to mix the flour. Basically all of the dry ingredients, just going to mix them together. It looks like the flour, the salt, the cream of tartar, the baking soda, and the baking powder. I'm just going to give those a quick mix. Next, it wants the salted butter added in. We have our butter in, and now we just have to kind of cut it in, which I hate this part. I should have probably just put it in my food processor blender, but sometimes I like to try it by hand. I always end up complaining about it and hate how it turns out, but I mean, sometimes you just gotta try, I guess. So next we're adding the cheese and the green chilies. And it says a medium bowl, but I would definitely use a large one. Unless you just want a larger mess on your counter. Next is the eggs and the sour cream. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to stir in the eggs and the sour cream, but I can't tell else why it would say in that order for this. It's very strange. But I guess I'll mix in the eggs and then I'll try to mix in the sour cream. Just because that's how it reads to me with the way they wrote that note. Maybe I should have mixed them together and then mixed them in. I'm not liking this. Because I still have to get the milk in here. And it's already not wanting to mix anything else. I'm going to end up having to use my hands. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and add the milk. And then pray for the best. I don't know. It went from too dry to very wet. Very sticky. But I think it's about as mixed as we're going to get it. So let's wipe down the counter a little bit and try and move on. It does say you can wet your fingers after you have them and try to shape them. You don't have to do that. They look more homemade, and then sprinkle them with cheese. Okay, I don't know how I want to do this yet. I'm thinking. I don't know what I did wrong, because here are 12 large biscuits, and I still have more dough. It does say you can use 2 cookie sheets. Bake 1 sheet at the upper rack and the other sheet on the lower rack, switching places halfway through baking time. So I guess that's what we're going to end up doing, because here's one. We have our 18 biscuits. I'm just going to sprinkle these with a pinch of cheese. Try to sprinkle them with a pinch of cheese. Here are the biscuits. They're going to bake for 6 minutes, get switched, and get another 6 minutes. Here are our biscuits. They smell delicious. They're soft and they're fluffy. They have a little bit of that pepperiness to it, but not spice. It's almost like just a little hint of the flavor. Those are actually delicious. I do not see the 15 or so, 18 that we ended up with lasting the day. And if they do, I'd be surprised. They are really, really good. They were actually easy to make. They were not difficult at all. The ice cream scooper scooped them out perfectly, made them all nice and even without having to shape them at all. And next week we are making Doc's brand oatmeal muffins. If you're interested in seeing those, join us next week. I'll have a good one.